North Vietnamese troops approached the southern capital of Saigon.
It was a mad dash out the door.
The helicopter crashing into the sea.
It was mid-morning when the word came. A full-scale emergency evacuation had been ordered.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When I count, I do so in Vietnamese because I feel like it helps me stay connected to the country where I was born. During my whole existence in the US, it's been this whole process of trying to be American. You want to fit in, you want to be a good citizen, but you also have this part of you that also doesn't feel American because sometimes you're not treated and viewed as an American. And I've struggled with that. In speaking with other people during my reporting career, I found that different people who've had connections to the Vietnam War have also felt the same.
Những người chính quyền ở Việt Nam thì mỗi năm ta hay đi kiểm tra hộ khẩu trong gia đình đó, để trong giấy tờ mình là Mỹ, không có cho là người Việt Nam.
Anh Mỹ bị không? Không.
Tôi thấy là Mỹ, thấy nghĩ Mỹ.
Bây giờ anh thấy Mỹ hả?
Không nghĩ Việt Nam, không nghĩ mình là Việt Nam.
I've met so many different people during my reporting career, and I've been sharing their stories for so long. And now I'm starting to realize at my age that I haven't really told the story that's affected my life the most and the lives of other Americans. And that's our ties to the Vietnam War.
I think I'll carry it with me until the day I die. It defines me as the person that I am.
U.S. Embassy helicopters flew from roof to roof, plucking up stranded Americans.
As we get closer to the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War,
Thousands of other Vietnamese were fleeing in an armada of boats.
these stories need more oxygen.
I am who I am because of that war. For my father to go there and meet my mother.
As more of America is starting to understand lately, perspective matters.
There were those in this country that resented it.
Let's take a more intimate look at how the Vietnam War affected people, but let's actually talk to those people. The first storyline would be through the US veterans, because you can't have a war without warriors.
Because if I didn't have anyone to guide me when I came back home, like so many others, I may have committed suicide.
See, I was there in 1965. And even today, I think about some of the things I had gone through, some of the things I'd seen.
Today, I just carry that hurt for all the people that suffered through the war, both on our side and on the Vietnamese side.
I was working on those machines that were out there, sometimes killing innocent people.
An important part of this project is to take the Vietnam veterans who served all those years ago to the country that is today. Vietnam is a rapidly developing country. It's a beautiful destination for travelers. The culture is welcoming. That's something that those veterans didn't experience when they were there. Would you be willing to go back to Vietnam?
I would love the opportunity to see the country and what it became.
It's going to be basically a catharsis for me to be able to go back.
A second storyline would be through the My Lai. The My Lai or the Amerasians are treated in an extreme discriminatory way in many cases. Let's hear from someone like Dũng Võ. In the Vietnamese culture, we'd call him My Lai Dang or a black Vietnamese American.
Ông ngoại lụm về, nó bỏ trong chỗ rác rồi. Rồi ông ngoại thấy ông ngoại ẵm về, rất muốn gặp cho biết, là bà già, ông già vậy muốn gặp một lần cho biết.
Born in South Vietnam, he's now working on a shrimp boat in South Louisiana.
Ở đây một mình á, nhìn nó có gia đình, có gì vui buồn cũng về tâm sự được gia đình được. Còn đây một mình thấy cũng hơi tủi thân vậy, cũng hơi buồn. Nhưng mà chấp nhận số phận thôi chứ sao giờ.
Phải chịu.
Phải chịu.
The third storyline would be the Yet Q, which is people like me, people who were born in Vietnam and are living overseas. Do you still feel that your heart is in Vietnam?
I'm still in Vietnam. I still feel my heart still in Vietnam. Even though I live here, I love it here, but maybe I was born in a different generation than you, so there is still home.
The Vietnam War separated families and lives, but it also brought others together, like Tuyat and Carl Takis. He was a U.S. soldier in Vietnam. She was working in her father's restaurant. They married and moved to the U.S. and eventually opened up their own restaurant in the New Orleans area.
I remember the old Vietnam and the old me. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone.
I come back, I expect to have a lot of memory coming back, but now it changed so much.
It's not just war-torn anymore. It's
No.
not just war everywhere. It's quite beautiful and modern.
Oh, very modern. It's 100% better than before, to be honest.
I would say anybody that loves traveling, try to go to Vietnam once. I can't wait to take my wife over there one day, so she can see and experience, just the simple things of life.
And the last storyline would be my storyline with my family. I've spent most of my life trying to fit in, and I realize that I don't. When I go back to Vietnam, they view me as American. When you're still a first-generation refugee, you do feel displaced. And you wonder what life would have been if you were over there, and yet you're still here. And I'm wondering, as Americans now, do you see me differently as somebody that was maybe an enemy or now is strangely an American like you?
There were those in this country that resented it, but they resented African Americans being here also.
The thing that brought it all home to me is people like you, and even more personal than that, I had some neighbors that immigrated from Vietnam and moved into my neighborhood. And it was seeing Vietnamese people like you and them come to this country and make a life for themselves, a good life. And that gave me the satisfaction that what we did wasn't in vain.
American helicopters circling the city, and Vietnamese trying to escape on boats heading to the sea.
We're not getting any younger, and our memories aren't getting any better. And before time fades them all away, we should bring these stories to light.